Today's focus will be on core. So I know this class can be quite challenging, especially because it's the first time we've done it since we're back. So just be patient with yourself. And if any stage during the class it becomes too hard, you can come into child's pose. Um, During this class, really focus on in the postures on trying to engage your core. You might notice in some of the classes, I say draw your belly button towards your spine. That's the easiest way to do it. It activates your inner core strength. So if you'd like to get started in the opening Shavasana, lying back onto your mats, feet out to the edge of your mat. Gently lie back. Drawing your arms away from your body. With your palms facing upwards. Gently bringing your eyes to close. And arriving on your mat for your class this morning. Letting go of your week. Connecting to your breath. Inhaling from the bottom of your belly. Allowing your breath to rise up into your chest. Exhaling, relax your chest. Relax your belly. Inhaling from the bottom of your belly. Allowing your breath to rise up into your chest. Exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly, completely emptying your lungs. Continue to add length and control to your breath this morning. As you arrive on your mat for your practice. We will now move into silence. Bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet. Gently moving your head from side to side, waking up your neck. Resting your head back at center, keeping your legs extended, joining your heels on your mat, and reaching your arms over your head, getting a full body stretch. And exhale, release. Gently bending your knees and rolling over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. And gently making your way to a comfortable cross-legged position at the front of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands together at heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for arriving on your mat this morning. Bowing your head towards your hands. Open your eyes. Namaste. To begin today's warm-up, we're going to move into some side bending. So placing your right hand beside your right hip. Inhaling, raising your left arm over your head. And exhale, folding out to the right. Reaching out through your fingertips. Keeping your left sitting bone rooted on your mat. Feeling a nice stretch along your left side body. And inhale, gently come up, dropping your left hand beside your left hip. Inhaling, raising your right arm over your head. And exhale, folding out to the left. Reaching out through your right fingertips as you spiral your chest towards the sky. And exhale, release. You can drop your right hand back down. This time, placing your right hand behind your back. We're going to move into a twist as you place your left arm across your right knee. Inhaling, extending your spine. And exhale, twisting out to the right. On your inhales, extend. On your exhales, twist. Inhales, extend. And exhales, twist. Gently coming back around to center. This time, placing your left hand behind your back. Placing your right arm across your left knee. Inhale, extending your spine. And exhale, twisting out to the left. On your inhales, extend. And on your exhales, twist. Feeling a nice twist to your spine. And gently making your way back to center. And from here, you can now move into tabletop. The palms of your hands at the front of your mat. Your knees are tracking under your hips. We'll move into some cat-cows. So on an inhale, lifting your spine as you drop your tailbone and draw your chin towards your chest. On an exhale, dropping your belly, lifting your tailbone as you open your chest. Inhales, spine up, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae as you draw your chin towards your chest. And exhale, belly down as you lift your tailbone and open your chest. And exhale, making your way back to a neutral spine. We'll now move into Superman pose. So extend your left leg straight out behind you and extend your right arm out in front of you and gently lifting your left foot off your mat. You can point your toes and extend through your right fingertips, drawing your belly button towards your spine. And exhale, release, dropping your knee and hand back down. We'll repeat that on the other side. So extending your right leg out behind you, your left arm out in front of you, and gently lifting your right foot off your mat, pointing your right toes, and extending through your left fingertips, drawing your belly button towards your spine, energy through the crown of your head, and exhale, release, coming back into tabletop, connecting to your breath. From here, gently tuck your toes and gently lift your knees, just your knees, a couple of inches off your mat, feeling activation in your core. Draw your belly button towards your spine. And exhale, release, dropping your knees back down. Take a deep breath. And again, gently lifting both your knees a couple of inches off your mat. Feeling your core activate. And exhale, release. And from here, making your way to extended child's pose by joining your big toes on your mat, drawing your knees out to the edge of your mat and sitting your bum towards your heels as you extend your arms out ahead and melt your chest and forehead towards your mat. Drawing your bum towards your heels and reaching your arms out ahead, feeling a nice opening to your hips, connecting to your breath. Gently making your way back up to tabletop. And from tabletop, gently tucking your toes and keeping your knees bent, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Pedaling your feet here to stretch your calves and your hamstrings as you lift your sit bones towards the ceiling, connecting to your breath. And gently walking your feet towards your hands at the front of your mat. And keeping your knees bent, fold your upper body over your knees. You can grab opposite elbows with your hands, allowing your head and your elbows to become heavy. Feeling a nice release on your lower back. And gently making your way to a standing position at the front of your mat. Connecting to your breath as we prepare for the sun salutations. Standing tall, energy through the crown of your head. Inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. Lowering your knees to your mat and keeping your hips in the air, bending your elbows to lower your chest and chin towards your mat. On an inhale, sliding your chest forward and keeping your elbows bent, lift your chest, coming into low cobra. And exhale, moving through tabletop and tucking your toes to lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Lifting your sit bones towards the ceiling, distributing the weight evenly between your hands and your feet, connecting to your breath. On an inhale, looking between your palms, step your feet forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, palms on your shins as you lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. And exhale, you can release your hands back down. Take a deep breath. We'll move into another round of Sun Salutation A, but a slightly more advanced version. Again, connecting to your breath. On an inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. And bending your elbows as you lower your body. On an inhale, opening your chest and straightening your arms, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here. Engaging your fingertips on your mat as you draw your heels towards your mat. Connecting to your breath. Looking between your palms on an inhale, stepping your feet forward to the front of your mat. Coming into a halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, raise your arms, joining your palms above your head, looking towards your thumbs. And exhale, release, drawing your hands back down. Connecting to your breath. We'll now move into Sun Salutation B. So again, starting in mountain pose, standing tall. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms, coming into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back into plank pose. And bending your elbows as you lower your body. Inhale, opening your chest as you lengthen your arms, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here. On an inhale, stepping your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your right ankle and knees in line, keeping your left leg straight and engaged. And inhaling, raising your arms, coming into warrior one. Imagining your inner thighs are hugging together as you reach out through your fingertips. And exhale, release, framing your right foot with your palms, stepping your right foot back into plank pose. And bending your elbows as you lower your body towards the ground. On an inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath. On an inhale, stepping your left foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Your left ankle and knees in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged as you raise your arms, coming into warrior one. Keeping that right leg straight and engaged as you reach out through your fingertips. And exhale, release, framing your left foot with your palms. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot. Bending your elbows as you lower your body. On an inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here. As you lift your sit bones towards the ceiling. Drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. Connecting to your breath. On an inhale, stepping your feet forward to the front of your mat, coming into a halfway lift, palms on your shins, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, bend your knees as you sweep your fingers along your mat, raising your arms, coming into chair pose. And exhale, release, coming to a standing position at the front of your mat. Connect to your breath. We'll now move into the standing asanas. So you can move your mats or your cameras. And when you're ready, make your way to a wide-legged stance on your mat with both your feet facing forward. For the standing asanas, there won't be any transitioning today, just focusing on getting into the postures and following your breath for 5 breaths. So starting with triangle pose, stepping your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. On an inhale, leaning out your right hand side, and exhale, folding over your right knee, keeping your leg as straight as possible, and placing your hand on your knee, shin or ankle as you reach your left hand towards the sky, pressing down into both your feet as you reach out through your fingertips, connecting to your breath. And inhale, gently come up, turning your right heel in. Take a deep breath. And this time, turning your left foot out 90 degrees, your right foot in 5 degrees, raising your arms to shoulder level. On an inhale, leaning out your left hand side, and exhale, folding over that left knee, keeping your left leg as straight as possible, and placing your hand on your knee, shin or ankle as you reach your right arm towards the sky, pressing down into both your feet, your foundation, energy through the crown of your head, and draw your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. Connect your breath. And on an inhale, gently coming up, turning your left heel in. Take a deep breath. This time moving into side angle pose. So again, turning your right foot out 90 degrees and bending into your right knee. So your ankle and knee is in line. Placing your right forearm on your right knee. And an inhale, raising your left arm over your head and opening your heart towards the sky. Pressing down into both your feet as you reach out through your fingertips, keeping a nice bend into that right knee, connecting to your breath. And on an inhale, gently come up, turn that right heel in. This time, moving your left foot out 90 degrees, your right heel in 5 degrees, and bending into your left knee, so your ankle and knee is in line, placing your left forearm on top of your left knee, and raising your right arm over your head as you spiral your chest towards the sky, pressing down into both your feet, your foundation, as you reach out through your right fingertips, connecting to your breath. And on an inhale, gently coming up, turning your left heel in. Take a deep breath. We'll now move into Warrior Two. So turning your right foot out 90 degrees, your left foot in 5 degrees, bending into your right knee, so your ankle and knee is in line, and raising your arms to shoulder level, keeping your torso facing me. Just turn your head to focus your gaze over your right middle finger, keeping a nice bend into that front knee, and pressing down into both your feet as you reach out through your fingertips, keeping your gaze focused over that middle finger. And exhale, release. Turning your right heel in. This time, turning your left foot at 90 degrees, your right foot in 5 degrees, and bending into your left knee, so your ankle and knee is in line. Raising your arms to shoulder level, and gently turning your head to focus your gaze over your left middle finger. Pressing down into both your feet as you reach out through your fingertips. Drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release. Turning your right foot in, left foot in. And gently joining your feet together on your mat. Connecting to your breath. We'll now move into tree pose. So grounding down into your right foot. You can place your left heel above your right ankle and stay here with your hands in prayer. Or you can lift that left heel and place it against the inner side of your right thigh, allowing your left hip to open out. You can have your hands together at heart center or raise your arms over your head. In whichever version you're in, pressing down into that right foot. You can pick a spot on the wall to focus your gaze to help with your balance. Pressing that left foot against the inner side of your right thigh and energy through the crown of your head. Connect to your breath. And exhale, release, closing that left hip, extending your left leg. We'll repeat that on the other side. So grounding down into your left foot, you can place your right heel above your left ankle and stay here. Or there's the option to raise that right foot and place it against the inner side of your left thigh, allowing your right hip to open out. Your hands together at prayer or raising your arms over your head. Grounding down into your left foot, left leg, and pressing your right foot against the inner side of your left thigh, lifting out of your hips and energy through the crown of your head, connecting to your breath, and exhale, release, closing your right hip, extending your right leg, and from here, making your way to the front of your mat. You can now move your mats or your cameras to how they were at the start of class. And gently make your way to mountain pose. Standing tall with energy through the crown of your head. Connect to your breath. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your fingers along your mat as you raise your arms, coming into chair pose. Pressing your knees together as you reach out through your fingertips. Draw your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. Connect to your breath. And on an exhale, fold forward over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening your spine, opening your chest. Exhale, palms down, and step your feet back, coming into plank pose. Bending your elbows as you lower your body towards the ground. On an inhale, opening your chest, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath here. Inhaling, raising your right leg straight out behind you, coming into three-legged dog. Pointing your toes and bending your knee. Shift your weight into your shoulders as you draw your knee towards your right elbow. Connecting to your breath here. Drawing your belly button towards your spine. As you inhale, raise that right leg straight out behind you, coming back into three-legged dog. And on an inhale, draw that knee forward and step your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat, with your ankle and knee in line. And from here, make your way into Warrior One by raising your arms, keeping that left leg straight and engaged as you reach out through your fingertips, connecting to your breath. And exhale, release, framing your right foot with your hands. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot and lift your hips, coming back into downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath. On an inhale, raise your left leg straight out behind you, keeping your leg as straight as possible and pointing your left toes. On an inhale, bending your left knee and shift your weight forwards as you draw your left knee towards your left elbow. Connecting to your breath, drawing your belly button towards your spine. On an inhale, raising that left leg straight out behind you, coming back into three-legged dog. And on an inhale, stepping that left foot between your palms. Your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right leg is straight and engaged as you raise your arms, coming into Warrior One. Connect to your breath here as you reach out through your fingertips. And exhale, release, framing your left foot with your hands and gently making your way to tabletop. And from tabletop, making your way to a much needed extended child's pose. Surrendering your body to your mat as you draw your bum towards your heels. Connect to your breath. Lengthening your inhales and your exhales. Breathing into your belly, up into your chest. And on your exhales, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly. And when you're ready, making your way to a seated position on your mat. with your legs extended straight out in front of you. I'm going to introduce a new posture today. I don't think we've done this before. So bending your right knee and drawing your heel towards your sit bones and placing your right hand behind your back. From here, twisting your spine out to the right and hooking your left elbow across your right knee. Flexing your left toes towards your shins, keeping your left leg engaged as you twist out a little bit further to the right. Energy through the crown of your head. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release. Coming back round to center and extending your right leg. We'll repeat that on the other side. So this time, bending your left knee, drawing your heel towards your sit bones, keeping activation in that right leg, and placing your left arm behind your back, hooking your right elbow across your left knee as you twist out to the left, drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. Energy through the crown of your head. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release. Making your way back around to center and extending your left leg. We'll now move into Navasana or bow pose. So bending your knees and drawing your heels towards your sit bones, placing the palms of your hands under your knee creases. And from here, gently keeping a bend in your knees, lift your feet off your mat. And from here, there's the option to straighten your legs and straighten your arms, coming into the full version. In whichever version you're in, draw your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. You may find you're not as good as this in the mornings. That's completely normal. This is a very difficult posture first thing in the morning. So just connect to your breath. And exhale, release. Crossing your legs and gently placing the palms of your hands beside your hips. Lift your hips for a nice counter stretch. And release. We'll move into Navasana one more time. So keeping a bend into your knees, gently lifting your feet off your mat. If you're comfortable, stay here or straighten your arms and straighten your legs. In whichever version you're in, drawing your belly button towards your spine and lifting your chest. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release. Crossing your legs and lifting your hips for a nice counter stretch. We'll now move into side plank pose. So placing your left hand at the front of your mat and extending your right leg out to the other edge of your mat. You can have your left knee resting on your mat and raise your right arm towards the sky. Or there's the option to stack your heels and raise your right arm towards the sky. This posture is just as much about balance as strength. Pressing down into your left hand and engaging your left foot on your mat as you lift from your hips. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release. Dropping your left knee to your mat. Taking a deep breath. We'll repeat side plank pose on the other side. So this time, your right hand is resting on your mat. You can have your right hand, right knee, and left foot in line. And raise your left arm up to the sky. There's also the option to stack your heels and raise your left arm towards the sky, pressing down into your right hand and engaging your right foot, the outer edge of your right foot on your mat, lifting from your hips, drawing your belly button towards your spine to engage your core. And exhale, release, slowly dropping your right knee towards your mat, connecting to your breath. And from here, we'll make our way into bridge pose. So gently lying back onto your mat and drawing your heels towards your sit bones. Gently placing the palms of your hands flat on your mat beside your hips. On an inhale, pressing into your feet to lift your hips towards the sky. And gently rolling each vertebrae off your mat as you lift your chest towards the ceiling. There's the option to tuck your shoulder blades under your body and interlock your fingers, pressing your hands towards your heels. In whichever version you're in, focusing on lifting your hips, lifting your chest, connecting to your breath. And exhale, release, gently releasing your hips back down to your mat. And from here, we'll move into shoulder stand and then halasana. So there's the option to roll back onto your backs and hug your knees towards your chest. You can stay here for 10 breaths for a more restorative posture, or you can straighten your legs, lifting your feet towards the ceiling, keeping your legs as straight as possible and pointing your toes. You can keep your hands on your lower back for support. Connecting to your breath. This is an excellent posture to finish class as all the blood rushes towards your head, relaxing your mind. And from here, there's the option to come into halasana by keeping your legs as straight as possible and lowering your feet behind your head. It's okay if your feet are in the air, you can stay here, or you can drop your feet to the floor behind your head and interlock your fingers, drawing your hands away from your body. You can close your eyes here and draw inwards, connecting to your breath. And exhale, release, bending your knees and rolling vertebrae by vertebrae as you drop your hips and your feet back down to your mat. To finish class, we're going to move into a gentle spinal twist. So draw your arms away from your body, so your body is in a T shape. And bending your knees, drawing your knees towards your sit bones, gently crossing your left leg over your right leg, and allow both your knees to drop out to the right, keeping your left shoulder rooted on your mat. Feeling a nice stretch to your obliques. Connecting to your breath. And gently making your way back to center, uncrossing your legs. And this time crossing your right leg over your left leg. And allow both your knees to drop out to the left. Engaging your right shoulder on your mat. Allowing your knees to become heavy. Connecting to your breath. And exhale, release gently, coming back round to center. And from here, moving into the closing Shavasana. Drawing your heels out to the edge of your mat. Gently lie back. Allowing each vertebrae to melt into your mat. Relaxing the back of your head. And gently bringing your eyes to close. As you prepare the most important posture of the class. This allows you to absorb all the benefits of your practice this morning. Inhale deeply, filling your belly, filling your chest. And on an exhale, sigh your breath out through your mouth. Inhaling deeply from the bottom of your belly, feeling your breath rise into your chest. And on an exhale, sigh your breath out through your mouth. I will now guide you through the closing Shavasana. Completely relax your body on your mat. Drawing your awareness to your right leg. From your right hip down to your right heel. And gently raise that right leg a couple of inches off your mat. Feeling the muscles activate from your hip down to your heel. And exhale, release. Allowing your right leg to melt into your mat. Drawing your awareness to your left leg. Gently raising your left heel a couple of inches off your mat. Feeling all the muscles activate from your left hip down to your left heel. And exhale, release. Allowing your left hip, your left leg to melt into your mat. Drawing your awareness to your belly button. Squeezing all the muscles in your abdomen towards your belly button. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, release. Feeling your abdomen soften. Draw your awareness to your right hand. Make a fist with your right hand and raise your right arm off your mat. Feeling the muscles activate as you clench your right hand. And exhale, release. Allowing your right arm to melt into your mat. Allowing your fingers to curl open naturally. Drawing your awareness to your left hand. Making a fist and raising your left arm off your mat. Feeling the muscles activate from your left shoulder to your left hand as you clench your fist. And exhale, release. Allowing your left arm to melt into your mat. Allowing your fingers to curl open naturally. Drawing your awareness to your face. Squeezing all the muscles in your face towards your nose. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, release. Relaxing your jaw. Relax your tongue. Feeling your tongue draw away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your lips. Feeling them slightly apart. Relax your eyes as you feel your eyes draw towards the back of your head. Soften your eyebrows. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax the crown of your head. Relax your entire body, feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Relax, relax, relax. We will now move into silence for the next few minutes. Your mind will naturally begin to wander, and during these moments, just become aware of the mind wandering and move back to your breath, following your inhales and exhales as we move into silence. Bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet. Gently moving your head from side to side, waking up your neck. Resting your head back at center. Keeping your legs extended. Join your heels on your mat and reach your arms over your head, pointing your toes, extending through your fingertips, and exhale, release. Gently bending your knees and rolling over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. and gently making your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands together at heart center. Thanking yourself for arriving on your mat this morning. Taking a moment to express gratitude for our minds and bodies, allowing us to practice this morning with this sense of gratitude, rubbing your hands together, creating heat, creating energy, placing the palms of your hands over your eyes. As you blink your eyes open to the darkness of your palms, draw your hands away from your eyes and gently bow your head. Namaste. Thanks very much, everyone.